2 years ago, I had this dream about someone that I know, where I saw both of us approaching a body of water, and this person was encouraging me to leap into the water and enjoy, being in the water and being free in the water. And in the dream, I did eventually allow them to convince me to get into the water and enjoy it. And when I woke up, I thought, oh, maybe this is just a representation of how free this person is. I don't know that I'm as free as they are. And so I wanted to create a piece that sort of represented how that dream felt to me and its representation of my relationship with this person. And so I made that piece 2 years ago. It was not very good in hindsight, but it was very good for what my skill level at that time was. It was the first real illustrative piece that I created on the iPad solely, for the iPad. It wasn't a recreation of something else. It was from my imagination. And I got to play around with the colors and the textures and using the water brush and adjusting the angles of things. And I was very proud of it at the time. And looking back, I am still proud of what I did at the time. But it's also been really fun for me to see where I am now as compared to where I was then. So recently I, committed to submitting my art to publications and to shows to see if I can get my work out there. And I had seen this prompt for a show that centers the idea of freedom, what does freedom mean to you? And I knew immediately that I wanted to revisit this piece and explore the sense of freedom that I felt when I was making the piece, the sense of freedom that I felt when I would look at the piece. It felt very peaceful to me, and I wanted to be able to share that with other people. So I came back to it and I revisited it with my new skills, my improvement representation of the figure, my improved understanding of lighting, of perspective. I think there's likely still things that I could do differently, but I really, really like it. I think it's really beautiful and it feels very peaceful to me still. And I think there's even more of a sense of freedom in the piece and her face and her, her floating. It's more apparent that she's floating than it was in the previous version. So I'm still going to share the piece publicly somewhere, but for now, I'll share it with y'all. Let me know what you think.